Hello everybody, happy Easter and welcome to another episode of Fox Talks. So, part of what we're going to be dealing with today is fake news and Easter. And this is probably the best holiday to talk about fake news because this happened a couple of years ago and apparently people still believe it, and it's only getting dumber as time goes on. So I may have found like the critical mass of like stupid smug comments in which a person who claims to be smugly religious, at least, maybe not devout, but pretty smugly religious, mischaracterizes not one but actually 4 different religions or types of religion. So let's dig into this. So it all started with a Facebook friend of mine. Pretty sure I met him through playing Pokemon Go. I gotta ask this, but who thinks that it's really about eggs and a bunny? If not, tell me what it's about. I already know what it's about. I'm wondering if y'all do. So, first of all, it is about eggs and a bunny. Like, that's not all it's about, but you gotta realize that there have been people celebrating this whole eggs and a bunny thing longer than there have been people celebrating this Jesus rose from the dead thing. So you don't get to say that it's exclusively about Jesus rising from the dead, but then again, I also can't say it's exclusively about eggs and a bunny, because it's both of those things. Those two things intersected because, like many religions do, Christianity co-opted the popular festivities at the time in order to make its own celebrations and holy days more widely celebrated. Lots of religions do it. I'm a Buddhist, I practice, and God knows, the Buddhists did this like literally everywhere we went, and that's why there's so many sects of Buddhism. But let's get to the crazy comments. So, I started it off, and this is how I got the notification about this really crazy comment, by saying essentially what I just said. Christians co-opted the holidays, so it's kind of about both. But also even more than that, marketing companies co-opted this holiday as well during the last century, and now it's the day that actually, it's right up there with Valentine's Day in terms of the amount of chocolate sold in one day. Also, it's the only time of year that you sell that really fake, cheap grass that you put in Easter baskets, because, like, literally what other use does that have ever? Whoever invented that probably invented, like, the modern Easter in a sense. Like, I can't imagine any other reason that stuff exists. I really can't. If you got some cool DIY or craft ideas involving this, tell me in the comments. I'd be interested to know if this stuff actually has any other cool uses other than stuffing baskets for a little while and being thrown away by kids who only give a shit about the chocolate and candy in the basket. But let me get to the reply to that comment, because he thought, I guess he was debunking me, because at the end, because I realized that some of what I've said isn't like, so here's the thing. I found that a lot of Christians online don't like for you to apply logic to their religion at all. I'm not sure why people are allergic to this. Like, logic and faith should go kind of more hand in hand. Things that we have faith in should be more logical, and there is a more logical interpretation of the Bible, which I practice a lot. I don't consider myself to be a Christian, but I've read the Bible several times. I've taken a lot of good lessons from it. I apply logic to it, and I've also seen why some of the lessons that other people have learned from it are just hokum, caused by people picking and choosing what parts of the Bible they want to support their argument. It's all the Texas sharpshooter fallacy. If you read the entire book, you would realize that it also tells you to be humble and not smug, and not to tell other people what to do with their lives, essentially. So Are you ready for this craziness? Easter itself is... See, I'm even adding in words to make the grammar work. The grammar doesn't even work in here. Easter itself derived from the god Ishtar, the god of fertility, rolling eggs and painting them with the blood of sacrificed babies. I take no part in that pagan holiday. What we are supposed to celebrate is Passover. When Jesus died and rose again, he defeated death and became our Passover. The single place the word Easter is used in the Bible, it is a mistranslation. The original word used is Paschal. When properly translated to English, it means Passover. We also are supposed to celebrate Passover 14 days from the spring equinox, not this Sunday. The solar calendar is true and exact, year after year. The Gregorian calendar is pagan in nature. We are children of the day, not lunar or children of the night. Thanks for posting this. Most people have no clue what or why they celebrate. Too busy being wrapped up in the traditions of men. So, I think that last sentence actually sums up the entire thing, because, oh my god, again, I'm going to read you my comment in response, but there's actually several factual errors that I didn't point out, at least overtly. Somehow you've managed to misunderstand 4 religions in one comment. A note on Judaism. Passover is the celebration of that time in the Bible where all the believers sacrificed lamb and smeared blood on their doors of their houses because God was on a mission to kill all the Egyptian firstborn male children, and somehow, even if you're all-powerful and all-knowing, you need a bloody door to know that they're your people. No, seriously, it was during the plagues of Egypt. Like, look it up, it's in the Bible. God wholesale slaughtered firstborn children of Egyptians and had the Israelites smear lamb's blood on their doors so he would know that it was them. Which is a story that just has plot holes and is just insane. God killed a lot of babies. Like, intentionally babies, not like collateral damage, like God turned an entire town to salt. And there happened to be babies in that town, like he just went out killing babies. And side note, that's actually the closest that in all of this research of all 4 of these religions, I came to finding anything about sacrificing babies. So that part actually comes from Judaism. Just saying. Not paganism. Also, while Passover happens at this time of the year, from the 10th to the 17th, Easter is a 100% a different holiday and actually has its own week. A note on Christianity. That Ishtar mess is something that was made up and went viral on Facebook. Reminder. The actual origins are most likely a spring festival in Germany called Easter. I assume that's how it's pronounced, I don't know. Where rabbits, which are seen as a symbol of fertility, lay eggs for a day, which in themselves are a symbol of resurrection. And this goes along with spring because that's when all the plants come back. It's long been associated, spring itself, the spring equinox, has long been associated with the ideas of fertility, rebirth, resurrection, all those things. So now do you see why Christians decided to call out the holiday? It's already about rebirth. Also, you're wrong about Pascha. You didn't even spell it right. P-A-S-C-H-A, which has nothing to do with Passover. The word for Passover is similar though, P-A-S-A-H, and yes, they do actually happen at separate times, and are not the same holiday, and celebrate completely different biblical events. Like, go tell a Jew, please, go find a Jewish person, and tell them that Passover is about Jesus rising from the dead. Like, please film it. Like, somebody out there, go to a Jewish person and tell them, please don't laugh, tell them that Passover is about Jesus rising from the dead. I just want to know what happens. I'm sorry. Yeah. Also, extra credit. And a note on ancient Mesopotamian religions. Ishtar has nothing to do with eggs, rabbits, or killing babies. Despite most of what the rest of you said on that subject being from a Facebook meme, I have no idea where you imagined this killing babies thing. Ishtar is a fertility goddess and a goddess of love, war, and power. So why would you kill a baby in worshiping her when you worship her to have more babies? That doesn't make a shred of sense. Like, think about it. If you wanted more money, would your first step be to burn all of the money that you have? No. It doesn't make any sense. And a note on pagan blood sacrifice. They didn't actually kill the sacrifice unless it was meant to be eaten, and no, most pagans are not cannibals. For example, a ritual involving a virgin sacrifice or the blood of a virgin involves cutting a virgin, not killing one. Again, unless it's like a virgin chicken and they plan to eat it as a part of the ritual or festival, or just because they're hungry. Like, there's a lot of religions that do that, actually, all over the world. So, even if there was a tradition that involved a baby sacrifice, they didn't actually kill the baby, they just made it bleed somehow. Which doesn't really sound a lot better, but just want to make that clear. So, in summary, you're celebrating a Jewish holiday instead of a Christian one because you believe everything you read on the internet. Yeah. Like, really? And see, this is fake news. This is actually fake news. You're getting onto people who are journalists and reporters who are doing research, and meanwhile, people are sharing this stupid shit on Facebook, and just I don't even I can't even anymore. My mind is trapped in this loop of trying to make sense of what this guy is saying, but it's incomprehensible. And you know what's scary? The guy who originally wrote the status update liked it. I'm just like, wait, what? What? Do you also not understand that what he just said is complete gibberish? Or is it because he's agreeing with you? Even though he's not actually agreeing with you, he's saying incomprehensible nonsense. I don't. Anyways, I just wanted to read that guy to you. And I wanted to kind of give you a warning not to believe everything that you read on the internet. Google is amazing. Do a shred of research, please. So, anyways, I'm Jackie Fox. That was Fox Talks. I hope you had a good laugh today, and I hope you have a great Easter. Eat some chocolate for me. Eat the ears off those bunnies, Have fun. Enjoy it. And don't feel any guilt because it's a pagan holiday. They're just celebrating the spring. Nobody's killing babies, I promise. So don't feel bad about eating an Easter egg or going and getting one of those, I hear Cadbury makes Oreo eggs now. Oh, that sounds awesome. Also, a sugar coma waiting to happen, but kind of awesome. It's on my bucket list. I'll put it that way. It's something I want to try, but I don't think it's gonna be a thing for me. But yeah, I want to get one in before I die, essentially.